for the amateur, the normal guy that wants to be challenged, that just feels like finishing it, that's what we call the Impi challenge or the Impi amateur. It's 12 kilometers and about 14 different obstacles. In the morning when the people start running, I just think, you poor souls, you don't know what's coming.
As our amateurs rush off in a frenzy, let's hear from Anthony from New Balance. Is this race a success?
We went from, from 230 people to a limited 600, so we're very excited about that growth. And I think the kind of person that's come is not just your athletes. I think it's anyone that, could be a couch potato to someone that just wants to go out and prove that they can participate in a kind of event like this.
Well, they were going to find out. And the first obstacle of the day for all of these amateurs, the Loaded Leap of Faith. Brought to you, of course, by Loaded Smoothies. Well, that was a perfect 10 out of 10. Good form with the toes. First obstacle very quickly tested your fear of heights and, of course, your swimming skills. So for each one of our contestants, there was something to overcome already at the first hurdle. Well, you've really got to make sure that you've got a perfect bod when you race in an outfit like that. Let's not look at the dive, and for some of our contestants it was just too much. Then into the Great Wall of Rawson's, brought to you by Rawson's Property. The pros had shown us how it was done. Could the amateurs do the same? Oh, nothing like getting a bit of help from some friends around you. The girls just screaming over the wall. And of course the men, their egos played a big part in putting up their body weight. Well, it was still time for fun and laughs, but I can assure you they were going to look a bit more pain by the end of the run. Running up a wall doesn't always work.
I can't get over that. I'll pull you. Oh my God.
There we go. I'll pull you, you tug at the top, and you'll be over in no time. For the spectators, this was a great crowd pleaser. And the whole course was open to spectators, so they just sprinted around and followed our contestants right throughout the day. That looked elegant. I'm over! The Pick and Pay backbreakers. And this is when you saw 1,001 different styles. Some of them elegant, some of them fast, others, well,
it's harder than I thought.
the bigger you are, the taller you are, the less you like the Pick and Pay backbreakers. Shopping is a breeze compared to this. And what made it more fun was that there were 2 rows of Pick and Pay backbreakers, so you could watch your friend or your opposition from a close.
I'm literally dragging.
Whilst the men groaned and moaned, the ladies just snaked through the obstacles. The happiness of being an elite paratrooper, the obstacle course. For one day you can be it. Just come along to the Impi Challenge in 2011. At this stage, they were finding out those muscles that they'd never used in their life before, and trying to look classy and calm at the same time. The NCC snake pit really tested you, especially if you suffered from claustrophobia. And a man who really knows about snakes is Dean Ferreira of the Nature Conservation Corporation.
When Anthony and Michael popped into office one day to tell us about the event, because they needed our services to assist in the event, the concept interested us. And having a bunch of young guys and ladies in the office, we decided not only would we support the event from an environmental point of view, but we would sponsor the event because it lives up to our ethic of enjoying the environment with your family and friends. And we've sponsored the snake pit, again close to home. Last year's Impi, we pulled out 2 snakes prior to the event. This year, fortunately or unfortunately, there were no snakes in the pit. The Impi snake pit is quite a demanding challenge if you don't like tight space and if you're scared of snakes and scorpions.
After the snake pit, it was a bit of fresh air in Medics in Motion Gorge. But the body was growing fatigued, especially if you didn't do this on a daily basis. And sure-footedness really counted, except, of course, if you had your own horse in there. But no doubt it took technical trail running to a different level. After the gorge, it was into the Aquarius swamp, and this was going to test everybody. 5 foot of muddy water. If you're tall, it was a breeze. If you're short, well, test your lungs out. The great thing about an event like this is all the contestants got into a competitive frenzy and nobody backed out. But no wonder. Wiesenhof, with its great array of physical and natural beauty, was a perfect spot for this event. And of course, there was some fine-looking wildlife to be seen. And what was so good was that the race organisers had thought about their contestants, taking them from the muddy swamps into a bit of fresh water and back again. Who needs to pay exorbitant amounts at the beauty salon for mud packs? You've got it right here at Wiesenhof and the Impi Challenge.
Wiesenhof is a proclaimed nature reserve. It's one of its kind in the whole Western Cape. Inside all of the winelands you get this pristine nature reserve with a lot of bass fishing dams that the owners constructed, which is to our advantage. There's a few rivers and streams running down in it, which lends it a natural kind of setting for this kind of event. It's beautiful. You get pine forest, you get pine bush, you run through some vineyards on the neighboring farms on the wine estates. But Wiesenhof is a pristine nature reserve with a lot of water and a lot of animals, so it makes it a really unique and special place.
And if the course wasn't muddy enough, your mates made sure you'd get one in the face. Well, now that elegance had been thrown out the window completely, it was time to get back on terra firma and the big hill, the Constantianek of Wiesenhof.
No, I read it on the indemnity form. You need to be able to swim 100 meters. I can't remember when last I did that.
That's been great, eh? That little swamp thing over there is quite hectic. Especially us short people, like 8 high. It's good fun.
The other highlight is probably up in the mountain, what we call Ziggy's Revenge. It's 6 sets of like a rugby pole that you have to climb over. The highlight for me there is the teamwork that actually kicks in. There's a few people that I was standing and watching today. He was alone and he's so tired he can't get over these poles. You know, it's about 1.8 meters high. So seeing him, and I'm telling him, listen, if you haven't got friends, now is a good time to get a friend. And then another athlete walked up and they started helping each other. And that's how they actually both finished. And I saw them finishing together. So that's quite nice. Just to see, you know, this is not about individualism. It's about people coming together. It's Team Magpie, you know, they were about 15 people together, sticking together the whole time. And that's what it is, you know, it's quite a nice thing.
Talk about nice. Revenge of the Medi Clinic required some team effort and team spirit. Just when you thought you'd got to the last one, there was another one. Peter Duplessis, cease. Lady, you're upside down. You've got to go over the top. Well, there's a helping hand. And now you see her? No, you don't. That's better. Elegant like a ballerina. More grunts and moans of fatigue bodies, and then cries of encouragement and triumph. And then the 3-meter-long Mr. Lacey sewer really was rancid in there. And the dismounts out of the end of the pipe were all different. The Belly Flop World Championships. Excuse me, sir, this is not a water point, and if you swallowed any of that water, we'll see you in Ward 3. And then it was on to the Fatigo tank. This really tested your head for heights.
Well, the high things he struggles to get over, but we gave him some nice water, and now he's ready to smash the end.
And in case you didn't have a head for heights, there was a harness on hand to help you. Most of the men were rough and ready and clueless. The ladies did it in style. And of course, what made it even more attractive was the water point was there. So thank you, Fatigo. It got our men and girls going again. That's it. Take your time, breathe in deeply. And then it was onto the toll ropes. And this is where the fatigue had already set in. And it tested once again every muscle in your body. But there was enough support all over to make sure you got to the other side. Well, judging by the smiles, there is no end to fun when you come out to the Impi Challenge. Just didn't test your obstacle prowess, but there was also a prize for the best dressed team. So there's something for everybody out here, whether you're a couch potato, whether you are a muscle-bound gym bunny. Next year, this is a must on your calendar. A different version of Olympic backstroke. And after the toll ropes, there was another dry run through the great single track and forest out at Vissenhof. But you just knew there was going to be mud again. Well, time to dry out, and then it was into the Vertigo Toxic Crawl. This was one time when you could get down and dirty, legally. A man-made tunnel through a rotten pit of mud. And is that a look of fear I see? Well, we're nearly finished, and they all did incredibly well in the Impi Challenge. Functional, but not elegant. And then for the last run, and on to the final obstacle. The New Balance Lily Pad Run. This was the tester. For the lighties, it was a great stroll across to victory. For the heavyweights and the tired ones, it was a really tough hurdle to cross. But what a way to finish off the Impi Challenge. And to cries of encouragement from friend, foe and family, every one of these contestants finished with a smile on their face. And they told me it was a floating bridge. Well, you can swim to victory. In 2010, the Impi Challenge took them to the edge of their physical threshold. But the end results of facing your fears and hopefully overcoming them rationalized your entry into this amazing race and hopefully convinced you and all your friends to come back in 2011. If you don't, you'll be the only person missing out. And if the fun on the course hadn't been enough, the vibe at the finish line with family, friends and competitors made the day all worthwhile.
A little bit rougher than it seems in the advert, but a lot of fun, and we all made it across the finish line together, so big win.
Thank you for watching the new Balance Impi Challenge, presented by NCC and Vertigo.